Caitlin Clark is growing her portfolio. For the Indiana Fever superstar, this means joining the FC Cincinnati-led group in their bid to bring a National Women's Soccer League team to Cincinnati. According to a report by ESPN, FC Cincinnati of Major League Soccer issued a statement on Thursday expressing how thrilled they are to welcome Clark as part of their group. The objective is to win the expansion bid for a 16th team in the NWSL, which will join the competition by 2026. At the moment, there are 14 teams in the league. The 15th team was previously awarded to Boston, whose squad will also be making its league debut in 2026. At this point, only one more expansion slot is left, and there are other parties who are determined to outbid Clark and the Cincinnati group. Per ESPN, Clark and company are facing serious competition from Cleveland, Philadelphia, and Denver, who are all willing to build new stadiums if and when their bid is accepted. Before the stadium is completed, they intend to play in temporary venues. Cleveland, however, appears to be a step ahead of the pack. They reportedly already announced that they had acquired the downtown land on which it intends to build a stadium. ESPN sources have also indicated that Boston is considered to have a strong bid. The expansion fee could reportedly reach $100 million, which could prove to be another potential challenge for whoever ends up winning the bid. At just 22 years of age, it's great to see Clark, who was a former soccer star in high school, doing what she can to grow her fortune. At the same time, however, the fact that the Cincinnati group is facing stiff competition means that nothing is guaranteed. What they have going for them, though, is that, according to ESPN, Cincinnati is considered one of the favorites in the process because of its ownership backing and existing infrastructure. With a stadium already purpose-built for soccer, Las Vegas Aces star A'ja Wilson was purportedly offered more than the Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark to join the new 3-on-3 Unrivaled basketball league during the off-season. The competition, which was founded by WNBA players Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, will run for 8 weeks from January 17 onwards. Initially, the participation of 30 stars had been promised, but this was expanded to 36, with rosters for 6 teams having been announced this week. Currently, 34 players are confirmed have signed up to play in the tournament, with 2 extra players set to be announced later as wildcard picks. Now, it has been claimed that 2024 WNBA MVP Wilson was offered more than the purported $1 million promised to Clark to compete. Both players eventually turned down the opportunity, but a report from Sports Business Journal suggests that the 2 stars were offered different amounts to take part. A source told the outlet, "I believe they did offer more than Clark, because I know what they offered A'ja. They have a lot of money, and they offered her a lot of money. And I was even just like, oh, you sure you don't want to do this? But I also understand she really values her off-season. And that's where she has risen her game. If you haven't noticed, she's come back with adding something in her game every season. And that's where it happens is in the off-season." Clark, who played back-to-back seasons in the NCAA and WNBA competitions in recent times, appeared to be embracing a break from basketball ahead of the off-season. Ahead of the Fever's final playoff game of 2024, she told ESPN's Ryan Ruocco said, "We talked to Caitlin Clark earlier today. She said she almost definitely will not play basketball this off-season. So it is likely we will not see her play again until April." Meanwhile, the 22-year-old point guard also hinted at her eventual appearance in the Annika Pro-Am on the LPGA Tour, followed by her participation in the PGA Tour's RSM Classic Pro-Am. Speaking about her off-season plans, the avid golfer said, "I was focused on beating the Connecticut Sun. I haven't thought too far down the line. Don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do the next day. Maybe play some golf. That's what I'm going to do until it becomes too cold in Indiana. I'll become a professional golfer." Still, Unrivaled president Alex Basil has insisted that Clark remains on the competition's radar for the future. Collier's husband told Sportico, "We're always going to have a roster spot for Caitlin Clark. We're not applying a full-court press the way people think. We are letting her decompress from basketball. She knows that we have a spot for her when she's ready. I'm proud of what we've built, and we're in a position to succeed. But if she played, she would take it to another level. She knows we would love to have her." Caitlin Clark. Hardly anyone can deny the significant waves this name has made as a rookie in the WNBA. And it was without a doubt of getting repeated if the Roddy would have accepted $1 million to be a part of the latest 3x3 league Unrivaled. However, by the looks of some recent developments, this dream collaboration will probably elude the passionate women's basketball fans. Still, it doesn't affect Milwaukee Bucks dynamic number 34 Giannis Antetokounmpo. Don't believe us? Just wait until you get a glimpse of his latest financial move. Build Your Legacy, BYL, Ventures' primary investments target the sports and entertainment sector. Moreover, the firm is a testament to the Antetokounmpo family's dedication, which they wish to use to foster innovation and entrepreneurship. Circling back to the part of their unrivaled collaboration, Bill's inclusion will surely boost the financial morale of the league. Not sure by how much, especially when all the 36 participants have secured a whopping sum of $250,000 for their 8-week availability. As for Antetokounmpo, his growth is reflected by the fact that he now joins NBA heavyweight Kevin Durant and tennis icon Serena Williams to embark on a journey toward venture capital investment. This does not come as a surprise given the fact that the two ex-MVP's previous 2 deals amount to $400 million. Regardless of the suspense that looms over Caitlin Clark's unrivaled plans, WNBA fans can till then bask in what she has to offer on the NWSL front. Thrilling news awaited the Cincinnati natives as they now had a reason to shower love on the Indiana Fever phenomenon. According to the latest reports, Caitlin Clark is now a proud part of the franchise's ownership group. The news broke out courtesy of an official announcement that said, "The NWSL Cincinnati bid team is thrilled that Caitlin Clark has joined our ownership group in pursuit of bringing a women's professional soccer team to our city." Apparently, Cincinnati is one of the leading bidders for the NWSL expansion team. If we have to believe the trusted sources, the franchise will announce their arrival in the 2026 season alongside Boston, taking the NWSL tally to 16 teams. In a move that would have likely been unthinkable just a few years ago, WNBA stars A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark are choosing rest over additional playing time, declining to join the new Unrivaled basketball league launching in January 2025. Their decision marks a critical moment in women's professional sports, highlighting how dramatically the economic landscape has shifted for top players. When the WNBA tipped off in 1997, players fought for basic livable wages. Fast forward to 2024, and the league's top performers can earn $241,984, which is nearly double the previous 2019 Supermax salary of $121,500. Even rookie minimum salaries have more than doubled to $64,154, though this still pales in comparison to the NBA's $140 million salary cap. The raw numbers show progress, but context still matters. WNBA players receive about 33% of league revenue, while NBA players get roughly 50%. That gap represents millions in lost wages. Historically, this pay disparity forced WNBA players into a grueling year-round schedule. Approximately half of the league's players still compete overseas during the off-season, risking burnout and injury to make ends meet. The situation was particularly stark for Black women, who make up over 60% of the league's players, reflecting broader patterns of labor undervaluation. Enter Unrivaled. Founded by WNBA stars Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier and supported by some top names across sports, including a recent investment by NBA Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo. The new league aims to provide domestic playing opportunities and bypass the WNBA's prioritization rule, which penalizes players who arrive late from overseas commitments. Starting in Miami with plans to expand nationwide by 2026, Unrivaled represents a bold attempt to reshape the economics of women's basketball. But the landscape is already shifting. The explosion of sponsorship opportunities has created new paths to financial security. Rookie Angel Reese, for example, who entered the Chicago Sky as the number 7 pick in 2024, maintained significant marketing potential. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's nil valuation hit $3.1 million before even turning pro, numbers that would have been unimaginable a few seasons ago and depict the power of nil changes for women athletes specifically. These opportunities, combined with rising salaries, are finally giving top players like Wilson and Clark the luxury of true off-seasons, which is a benefit men athletes have long enjoyed. While their absence from Unrivaled's inaugural season might disappoint some fans, it represents progress. Women athletes can now prioritize their health without sacrificing financial stability. The 2020 collective bargaining agreement accelerated this transformation, introducing fully paid maternity leave, upgraded travel accommodations, and revenue-sharing opportunities. These changes came through years of activism led by players like Angel McCautry and Nneka Ogwumike. While Wilson and Clark's decision to rest might seem to conflict with growing the game, it actually demonstrates the sport's maturation. For the first time, top women basketball players can make the same career choices as their men counterparts, including the choice to rest. The question isn't whether these improvements represent progress, they clearly do, but whether they're coming fast enough to match the rapidly growing value these athletes bring to the sport. As the momentum continues to build across the entire women's sport ecosystem, opportunities for women athletes to better monetize their playing ability will continue to expand. Yet challenges to additional equity do remain. The minimum WNBA salary does not match the current median U.S. household income, and marketing opportunities remain concentrated among many of the top athletes. For now, however, Wilson and Clark's decision signals a new era in women's professional basketball. An era where players can increasingly choose their paths based on their health and career longevity, not just financial necessity. While Unrivaled represents an important new opportunity for many players, the fact that top stars can opt out shows just how far the sport has come, and hints at how far it still has to go.